2020 is a very interesting year. In the next few minutes, I want to talk about COVID-19, forests, energy, meat, and last but not least, hypocrisy. COVID-19 has held our breath since the beginning of this year, and probably it will keep holding it for much longer. Scientists try to invent a vaccine, but even if they succeed, this will just be treatment of symptoms. What we urgently need is to go to the origin of the disease and fight it there. I'm not talking about the origin of the virus. This is a different story, but we have to go to the reason for the global outbreak of COVID-19 and fight it there. You have probably heard of the term lungs of the earth when speaking of rainforests. And indeed, forests in general and rainforests in particular are, alongside with our oceans, our natural air conditioning, the natural air conditioning of the globe. And in our overpopulated world full of industry, we should actually protect every single tree, every forest. So why don't we? You have heard of tremendous fires of forests, particularly rainforests that took place last year. South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia were on fire. I don't know what you think, but I see a very clear link between the destruction of forests worldwide last year and occurrence of a lung disease just a few months later. The fires that took place last year released tremendous amounts of hazardous substances, but there were not enough trees to absorb them and provide us with good substances to protect our lungs. So what if COVID-19 was just the beginning? What if other lung diseases will attack us as long as we don't change our mindset? We have to repair the global air conditioning. We have to help our natural lungs. We have to help the lungs of the earth heal. What do the politicians do in order to protect our climate? They bullshit us. Sometimes I wonder about this discussions on global warming and on how to reduce the temperature, how to stop the global warming. I think no shit. Have these well-paid people ever been to a forest? Because if you have been to a forest at least once, you will know that the temperature is always lower there. The air is cooler and fresher in a forest than elsewhere. So the key to saving the climate is so easy. We have to seriously protect forests, particularly our rainforests. But what happens instead? Let's take a look at Europe. The European Union declared trees renewable energy sources. A fatal decision. The result is, across Europe, forests are destroyed. Trees burn in European power plants for electrical energy, and not just European trees burn there. The Europe also imports trees from Brazil, and they burn in our power plants for electrical energy. The European Union must take trees off the list of renewable energy sources and replace them by garbage. Waste to energy technologies are available. Deploying them in Europe and worldwide would not only help us cover our energy demand, at the same time we would clean up the planet. Is this not cool? So why don't we do that? Instead, we export our garbage to Asia. Southeast Asia gets our municipal garbage, and then it pollutes the beaches of Thailand and Vietnam and Indonesia, Malaysia. This is a crime. The nuclear waste is sent to Siberia. By the way, Siberia is burning right now. So listen, people, what goes around comes around, latest with a east wind. Let's take a look at other continents. South America. South America was burning like hell last year, 2019. And guess what? This year they continue clearings and burnings. There was initially a 120 days moratorium on fires, but they burn even though they destroy the Amazonia even though. And for what? Some South American countries want to extend their cow spaces and their soy fields. For what? In order to sell even more meat, particularly steaks, to North America, Europe, and China, and in order to sell even more soy to North America, Europe, and China. This soy is then not used for your tofu. No, this is food for poor animals in the so-called factory farming. If you reduce your meat consumption, you help Amazonia. By the way, we also have to persuade our governments to ban the so-called factory farming, this hazardous and ugly form of farming. And we have to also convince the rainforest countries of South America to protect the rainforest, to restore part of habitats they destroyed last year. We have to do it because it's in our all interest, because Amazonia produces oxygen for the entire world, not just for the few countries of South America. So we have to stand up for the forest, for the rainforest. And let's take a look at Africa now. In Africa, rainforests are destroyed particularly for mining, metals, minerals. Of course, also for the wood, but particularly for mining. And here, let's take just one example, just one little thing you can do. There is a certain company producing coffee in aluminum capsules. If you stop buying these capsules, you help African rainforest. Why this? Aluminium is made of bauxite, and this particular company is very active in bauxite mining in Africa. So if you stop buying these aluminum coffee capsules, you help the African rainforest. Let's take a look at Asia. Malaysia and Indonesia destroy the rainforests for more and more palm oil and cocos oil plantations. Almost everybody knows nowadays about the impact of palm oil plantations on rainforests, but nobody talks, or almost nobody talks about cocos oil. But this is even more hazardous for rainforests than the palm oil plantations, because cocos oil palms bring less harvest than palm oil palms, though they use the same space. But even though here we have to, of course, understand that Malaysia and Indonesia want to plant or sell palm oil or cocos oil. This is their income. But they have to stop the clearings. They have cleared so much space. There are moon landscapes in Malaysia and Indonesia. They could easily establish new plantations on the old or on previously destroyed areas. But no, they make even more clearings in order to have a double income. First, they can sell the wood, then they can have a fresh plantation with fertile soil. We have to stop it. We have to stop Indonesia and Malaysia by international law stop them from further destroying of habitats, because just a few companies get richer and richer while all the other people and animals lose their homes. We mustn't allow that anymore. Let's stand up for the forests. You see, there is a lot to do, but We need the forests, we need the rainforests as our natural air conditioning, and right at the moment they need us more than ever before. The earth is round. What goes around comes around sooner or later. If you agree with me, please share my message. Please share my video with your friends. I want to reach as many people as possible with my message. We finally have to stand up for our forests. Thanks for watching.